Well, I'm Robert Ward, and my wife is Victoria Isaacs, and we have this cabin here in the mountains. Victoria is a pastor, and I'm a chaplain in the military. So we have a cabin up here in Florissant, Colorado.
This cabin is called Olive Branch Cabin, and it started as a place of real healing and wholeness for our family. To come to be together as a military family. There's no place we call home. And so when we were able to buy this cabin, it was going to be a place that we would keep for a long time for our family to have a place that we could call home no matter where the Air Force sent us. It's not that old of a cabin, but it's made with all custom logs from Casey's Lumber in Woodland Park, and they're all custom hand peeled, and so no two logs is the same. So it's not a perfect cabin. It's a cabin we want to give to our kids, so it means a lot to us to invest in it and to use the best products that we can and to do things well every time we're going to do something. So that includes the new roof we have, it includes the new deck we've put on, it includes the new furnace we had installed this past year. Everything we're doing for the future so that our family and our kids' kids can continue to be here.
So we plan to retire here when I'm done with the military, and this is where the two of us will grow old. And
after that, our kids can enjoy it.
Yeah, and their kids.
May I ask you who Grace is?
Oh, you're going to make me sad. My mother is Grace Ward, and she died during COVID. And she had come to the cabin a couple of times over the years. And my wife used to say all the time that my mom displayed social graces. And so we dedicated this space to my mom's memory. So, wow, that's...
in memory of Grace.
In memory of Grace, so yeah. Now, she didn't help pay for the roof, but she helped pay for the deck. That actually was your thought to dedicate this, and so that's what that is. Thank you, Tracy, for asking that impromptu question and catching me off guard. Several of our neighbors had reported that they had had hail damage of a recent hailstorm. So we reached out to our broker, our insurance broker, and she put us in contact with Homestead to come out and evaluate the damage that we may or may not have had. And so we made contact with Homestead, and they came out, and to my great surprise, the result of that consultation was, yeah, you do have a little bit of hail damage, but nothing significant, nothing to worry about. We'll keep our eyes on it, and we'll see how it goes. But the advice was not to put in a claim because we want a long-term relationship with our insurance company. We were impressed with that professional and kind of refreshing attitude. So months went by, and after the High Chateau Fire, we received a letter from our insurance company letting us know that we were dropped because they did a search on the internet that we were no longer renting, and evidently our relationship was based on us renting our cabin. We didn't want to rent the cabin anymore. So we had to go looking for another company. We called all the big names, all the insurance companies, and all of them asked a question about any pre-existing damage. Well, to be ethical and honest, we had to say, yes, there is some documented minor damage, and the conversation would end. We will not cover you. So eventually, we were forced to go back to our insurance company with the guidance of Tracy Bookman.
We realized, therefore, we needed to get our roof repaired.
So we called the insurance company. They sent out an adjuster.
Sorry.
No, they sent out an adjuster to assess the damage, and the report came back that a part of the roof, less than half or half the roof, may be replaced. We brought that information back to Homestead Roofing, who came out to evaluate the evaluation and even saw the marks on the roof from the previous adjuster.
Yeah.
And it was marked wrong. He did his own assessment with that documentation, that video clip. that narrative, we were able to send that back to that company, and they agreed that yes, they had made the mistakes. And so we had the best roofing company in the history of the world come out and replace our roof. Okay, so I remember an important piece to this portrait.
Story.
And that is that after we had the estimates given for the roof, I wanted the absolute best product available because of the High Chateau Fire. So in a sense, I was asking Homestead, top of the line. And I remember Tracy Bookman saying, you could do that, but if you wanted to save money, there are other products that are also just as impact resistant, just as good, and we can save you money here and there. We ended up going with a metal roof, which is not what we originally had, because of our concern for embers landing on the roof of another possible fire.
Well,
but it was refreshing that he wasn't trying to sell us the most important, the most expensive.
That's true.
Even though I think that's what we ended up getting because we wanted that.
We chose the product because we're in a, forest fire area, and we've made a commitment that everything we do with the cabin is going to be high quality and for the long term.
For our kids.
For our kids who are going to inherit this place. So.
Okay, so as we think about what we value the most when it comes to our relationships with any outstanding company, it becomes communication. The ones that stand out are the ones who keep their word, who show up when they say they're going to show up, renegotiate if something comes up. The communication piece has been really, I think, why I want to share my experience about Homestead with other people, with friends of mine, because I know I'm leading them in the right direction. I know they'll take care of my friends.
Homestead gets an A+ in communication, so thank you so much for what you've done.
Our roof is a metal roof. It looks phenomenal. It blends in with the mountain setting. It complements the logs on the cabin. It just is a beautiful helmet to a protective helmet to
a
our
sweet
cabin.
Little log cabin.
Yeah.
We did look around at all the several roofs that Homestead had done. Because we were given addresses to be able to go and look at different colors and different options out there, and we really liked some of the
Copper.
The copper. It's just beautiful, but we actually wanted our roof to not stand out so much. We wanted it just to complement our little log cabin, and it is just a sweet little log cabin, and so we didn't want the roof to be the main focus, but we got exactly what we wanted.
So I guess in summary, we just love Homestead. We love the people. The crews that came out, awesome people, worked in crazy conditions.
We had it done in the wintertime.
And they were
snow, ice, everything.
Yeah. And didn't you feed them a couple of times?
I'm sure I did.
Don't you believe that the attitude of the crew?
Very positive. They didn't complain about the weather.
They did not complain. They
and
just
it was
worked
cold.
hard.
That was that cold winter.
Yeah.
Very cold winter.
Yeah.
As far as you said, fighting with an insurance company, I don't remember any fighting or anything.
He did that for us.
But the way you are, you're an advocate. You're just a kind advocate. There's not a fighting bone in your body. You're just a smart advocate and knowledgeable.
But
so that's what makes it so enjoyable to do business
But
with
at that
Homestead
point, when the industry was getting involved, it was great to have somebody who spoke the language to talk with them, and it cleared up in no time. We could step back and let that.
But I just wanted to say that the word fighting is not really in your personality.
He's tenacious.
Tenacious.
Yeah.
Maybe that's a good.
Tenacious and
Maybe
knowledgeable.
pugnacious.
Yeah.
No, just tenacious and knowledgeable.
Yeah.
I mean, and helpful. And
Is there anything else you'd like to add?
Yes, we would actually like to become honorary bookmans for the Homestead family and head up your public relations department and communicate to the world if they need a new roof to just cut right to the chase and call Homestead Roofing and be treated as well as we've been treated. Call this number here or this address here. You're going to be able to.
I'm putting that in there.
Okay.
I'm putting that in there.